Hello everyone and welcome to a new IK video. This is Ken from 49, and in this video guys we're gonna talk about water march. It's been a while since the last time I talked about it. I'm using water as my third march right now. However, in this video I'm gonna talk to you about using water as your main march, the immortals that you can replace if you cannot get access to immortals such as Dido or Ragnar. So in this video we're gonna talk about it, so stay tuned. Alright, so here's my water march that I'm currently using. The main reason that I'm using Dido in my water march and not Genghis Khan, because I don't want really my water to be able to beat marches that can heal, such as holy or earth marches or mixed marches. I have my fire marches for those and I have my mixed march. So the reason that I'm using water with Dido, because it is so good versus lightning march, which is the march that gives me triples the most against my mixed march, and it's also good versus fire marches. I know I'm not using malice on my water march, however I have a decent water dragon at the moment. It is at 4 and 5 with a bit of a decent amount of resilience as well, so it helps a lot versus the crit rate of the fire marches. So it can sustain a bit and it can deal some really strong fire marches that its dragon is at 8 and 8. I didn't invest that much in my water dragon portrait because I don't have the time or the gems to get crystals for my water dragon. I stopped at level 6. However, all the crystals, all the gems is going to either my earth or my fire dragon, and after the earth I'm gonna focus fire dragon a bit more. All right, so this is the reason I'm using Dido in my third march instead of Khan, and I'm using this set of skills. I know a lot of you guys won't have access to demonic contract, so you could replace it if you can get spell disintegrator. If you cannot, that means that you can use annihilation, a really strong skill and much better than Storm Eye in my opinion. And you can get Poison Thorn in Tower of Knowledge if you have enough soul crystals. So this is the Merlin build that I'm using. As for the artifact, you can go for either a crit value with weakness in your march, or you can get a magical attack artifact. I prefer a magical attack artifact without weakness in my water march, to be honest. But if you really would like to play on crit Merlin, that would really help your damage and boosts it a lot. Right, so this is my build for the water march. I'm using shelter because I don't have a better option. I'm using adrenaline rush because I want Ragnar to keep boosting Merlin's magical damage, and I'm using chaotic blade because also I don't have a better option. Maybe once I unlock a better damaging skill I can replace this, but fighting will is really good versus fire marches and lightning marches. It prevents the enemy from dealing normal attack damages. Right, as for a main water march, I think I have a couple of ideas for using a main water march. For example, for Merlin, if you have demonic contract, that would be an amazing option because Merlin is a slow immortal, doesn't have the high energy regain speed, so demonic contract would be an amazing option. Poison Thorn if you're against heals and you don't have Genghis Khan, but if you are not against heals, I would rather use a skill such as Spell Disintegrator and a skill such as Concentration, since the main damage from Merlin is his ultimate skill, which is Prophecy, and it's being boosted by Dido skill and Ragnar skill. As for Dido, I would like to use Dido as a full support and a tank immortal for Merlin with the aura, which is Sacrifice. I know Sacrifice has like a 33% chance to apply for Merlin since it applies only for other two immortals, but if it was applied to Merlin, that would be amazing and you're gonna see amazing results. And the last skill would be Assist because I want to protect Merlin. As for the other auras, if you're playing on a crit Merlin, you can use Weakness. If you're not using a crit Merlin, you can use a skill, an aura such as Misleading. Misleading helps a lot against marches that has low accuracy rate and marches that doesn't usually use Caution. But otherwise, I think Malice would be a better option since you're gonna face a lot of fire marches as well. Right, as for Attila, I would like to use Attila as a source of damage as well. So having a physical attack bonus artifact would really help a lot. And using Death Breath would also help. And having a skill such as Fighting Master. It prevents the control to be applied on Attila, and it provides him with a bit of sustain with that physical, damage, overall damage reduced by 15%. As for the last skill, you can use an aura such as, I'm not sure about the last aura, but I'm trying to not use as much skills from Triss or KVK as possible. But I think you can use Misleading on Attila, and it helps a lot. If you're against someone with a very high accuracy rate, then you can replace this with either Lifelink or maybe Fighting Well. Fighting Well would really help a lot against lightning and fire marches as well. As for my boy Ragnar here, if you're up against an Earth March, then I would recommend to use both Physical Shield and Lifelink, both together versus Earth Marches. And this is an amazing combo to use versus Alex, but you need to make sure that your Ragnar is facing Alex all the time. And if you're up against Earth, you're safe to remove absolute defense from Dido, and you can start using Oaken Guard. Oaken Guard is one of the best skills that you can use to counter physical attack teams such as Mixed Marches and Earth Marches as well. However, if the Earth March has Cleopatra, then just run. Don't even bother to fight him if he's equal to your power or much stronger than you are, because Cleopatra literally shuts down Merlin's damage by reducing his damage by 30% for 6 seconds, and if she's using her exclusive artifact, that would be 9 seconds. So this is water marches, guys, as the main march and as the third march. This is everything I wanted to talk about in this video. You can screenshot the builds. If you have any question regarding the builds itself, you can contact me in Discord. I would be really happy to reply to you guys. This will be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and have a wonderful day.